it starts off with me, you know, just setting the mood. You know, I say fasten my seatbelt. I'm about to take you on a journey on par with your dream world, a master of retail, you know, and I'm just really setting the tone and setting the mood, and I'm kind of explaining why the album is called Black and White. It's got a journey, you know, there's definitely a journey. It probably starts at the teenage age, and then through different tracks I go through different bits and bobs, and I just let people know stuff that they might not be aware of, you know.
That could have never been me.
The lesson in Never Be Me is basically me saying that, you know, I was always gonna do something. I was never gonna be that person that was just wasting my time, you know, and I was saying that could never be me, you know, because I'll forever be me, and me saying that is like, I'm a grafter, I'm a grinder, I go for whatever I need, you know, so that's my way of putting that out there. That's me vibing, you know, that's the dancehall element, the reggae influences there, and the soul vibe. That's me saying, you know, you can have fun in life, man. You know, it starts off with me saying I'm living my life because that's what I do best. Like girls at my bank want to show me interest. You know, it's just me messing around, but it's real messing around, you know. It's nice to show that side of me, you know. I think Tractor and Unorthodox really showcases the funness, just the messing around. Like, we have jokes, we have a laugh, you know, and it's nice to show that, you know. Everything we've done has kind of been odd, like they're swearing in the chorus. People would say like, you're mad, this is your chance, this is your break, like don't mess it up doing that. But I'm like, but it's a good song. let's be brave about it. We like the track, let's go with it. It seems to be working, so let's work with it. Please Don't Let Me Go. I heard the beat and I wrote the chorus first. You know, I knew exactly what I wanted it to say. Initially I wanted a boy and a girl to sing it, because I was talking from like a man's perspective, but I was talking to a woman. So I kind of wanted him to say please don't let me go, then her to say please don't let me go. So they both don't want to let each other go. You know, but it's just getting to that point where, you know, exactly what I say in the beginning of the song. I say I didn't want to separate, but with bad gravity, how are we gonna elevate? Sometimes you get closer from a step away, you know. So it's just me saying that sometimes you do need that break, you know. And Darren B, he laid down the vocal, and I was like, no, I'll just leave it like this, because now this sounds like it's just me talking to everyone, but I'm singing through him, kind of thing, you know.
This is a future cut.
I think everything we've done is pretty unorthodox. You know, in the music game, there's traditional ways of releasing singles, and I don't think we've really followed any traditions, to be honest. Like, for a start, I just throw my song up on YouTube first, which is probably mad because people will just rip it off, you know, and they'll find a way. But for me personally, I just want them to hear it, you know, I want them to hear it as soon as they can. So we throw it up on YouTube, like, months before the release. And that just made me feel like, you know, we got such an unorthodox way of working with that. You know, I just really liked that word at the time. People were saying it to me like, okay, so you got an unorthodox style, and I was just like, yeah, I am just unorthodox. I'm saying that I'm not the man you thought I should be. That means you thought I should have been a certain way because of where I came from. This is just talking to anyone. This is like me speaking for people as well, you know, but also at the same time I give them an insight on my life, you know. I say I've been a Wretch from about 3 or 2. Christian on the telly, it was on Channel 2. My dad was in the riots, so they came to seize you. So growing up, I was a kid that everybody knew. And that's just me talking about, like, not everyone would know my Christian was on BBC 2. It was weird because of the Broadwater Farm riot, they came to, I don't know, I think it was a show about seeing how people from the riot was progressing or rejuvenated or something like that. So they came down to my Christian.
It's funny how we share those laughs.
That's me saying that, you know, if you started going out with someone in January the 1st, just the whole 365-day period, like, so much things can happen between that one and the very next year. But when you make it, you know, and it's just like,
it was a miracle.
Yeah, it's like all of the nonsense doesn't count now. Right. So it's like, yeah, we just like, it is a miracle. It's not even almost, it is a miracle, you know, to get around the 365. So it's almost a celebration, you know, it's a celebration.
Oh yeah!
It's interesting. how we come across with that song, because it's like gone to the studio, me and my manager, and the beats on repeat, and it's like nothing was coming out, and that was just due to exhaustion. So we, you know, went back to the hotel, had a sleep, came back the next day, and I was just literally like this, bam, 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 first verse, second verse, like tiredness was kicking in, and that's how I came up with the whole, you know, the same to me mad. Cause I'm saying what I'm doing is an absolute madness. You know, like I'm not sleeping, I'm eating flipping junk, treat my body like a bin, it's madness. But I'm saying, so same to me mad, that's how that came about, you know, and we were messing around with the beat. And it was just like, yeah man, that's exactly the element we needed to capture. So it really worked out for the better.
Hopping out a new Benz.
It's one of them tracks where I really spit it out a lot on this. I think the lyric for the interlude really sums up the song. It says, excuse me my friend, I think I might have hit my head. Excuse me my friend, I can't remember who I am, cause I'm holding on, trying to be somebody, but it won't be long until I need somebody. It's me asking for forgiveness, man. I want people to honestly be understanding, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not where I should be, you know, which is at home. I'm trying to chase a dream, you know, and in order for me to do that, I need to be everywhere I can be, and I need to do as much as I can. You know, I think you really got to kill it once you're in the position to.
I guess something's got to change. Traffic light.
It's sad because she's so in her element in life that she doesn't even think she needs saving, and that's what I mentioned. You know, she's lost. It's sickening. You know, it's sickening to think that how bad a situation a person can be in, but because it's just their normality, that to them it doesn't really seem like a problem.
I used to see him every day.
You know, the kid that had the new trainers, you had everything, like best jackets, best clothes, best at football, whatever, you know, cool kid. And then it's like, you give it 15 years, you bump into that person and it's like, wow, what happened? How did you let yourself go? You was the guy, you know what I mean? Or you was the girl. And it's just one of them things that it's just so real, such a real story that I'm sure everyone would know one guy and one girl. I've seen so much people that story will relate to, man. So much people.
One question on my mind.
I'm saying, you know, don't be afraid of who you aren't. Like, you're here to do something. You know, you can achieve something. That's what I want that song to mean to people. I just want you to think about it and think, impossible is just a word that we recite. It's a word that we've relied on way too many years. They put a man on the moon, planes in the air, probably said Houdini was a fraud before he disappeared. Like, everything will sound mad. You know, if I said when I was 10 years old that, you know, my first single was gonna go number 5, my second single was gonna go number 2, what would my teacher say to me at 10 years old? She would have thought, keep your feet on the ground, but it's like, no, I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground, I'm gonna invent this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get it done. And that's what that song is to me.
I'm saying, hush, little baby, don't you?
It's just about that text, or that call, or that face-to-face conversation. It's just about how you feel when a girl first tells you she's pregnant. I'm actually scared to play this song to my kids when they roll up. So for me, this has been like the hardest track to actually put on the album. It's the reality of it, of how you felt at the time, just that split second. It's just like you feel like no one's listening, but you don't want to say it. And that's what it is. Like, because if you say them things what I've said in the song, everyone's gonna think you're a devil, man.
It's like you always with me on the road.
We were just flicking through some music, you know, and we're playing some stuff, and Josh's voice was just, you know, really stands out. Josh was really, as soon as he starts saying don't go, it jumps out at you, you know. So yeah, he brings a lot to the table, man. He's real cool, vocally he's really good. And I think it's really good to, you know, to showcase new artists, you know. I think at the stage where I'm at now, it'd be really easy to just say, okay, give a phone call, phone someone and say, yeah, let me get you on the hook for namesake. But I don't know, man. For me personally, I think it's about the feeling, the emotion and the journey, you know, and just connecting with a person, you know, like Josh. And I think it really works.
I spend a little change on you, but you always give it back. So I know you ain't here for the money.